Nigel Farage.
Thank you, Sir John. When it comes to debating the special relationship or the potential with this incoming administration, I think I'm in a fortunate position. Not just that for 10 years I've stood up and defended President Trump, I was very much on my own in those days, but actually I know half his cabinet that are coming in. We should consider ourselves incredibly lucky. It isn't just, as the honourable member for Dumfries and Galloway said, the President that's an Anglophile. I can promise you half the cabinet are Anglophiles. Senior members of the administration indeed have children at school in London as we speak. So we've got a very, very unique opportunity over the course of the next 4 years, and I really hope it's one that we exploit. I can tell you that during his last term as President, Trump said to me personally, he really wanted to do a free trade deal with the United Kingdom. Now, I know he's very keen on tariffs, and tariffs are being put on all over the world, and no doubt the EU is going to feel some of it. But with us, he was very happy to have a free trade deal because he felt it wouldn't be unfair because we're roughly operating on similar levels and similar costs. So those opportunities are fantastic. And on defence, I mean, we should face the fact, without America, we are defenceless, so it matters. But if you think about the bit that we give back, I think Diego Garcia is probably the single most important thing right now that we give America. Without it, they have not got access to the Middle East, to India, and much else. It is the single most important island in the world for America. Well, after Hawaii, obviously. But it really matters to them. And the news that we've had in the last hour, that the government is to push ahead with the surrender of the sovereignty of the Chagos Islands, at now a reported cost of up to £19 billion. I'm sure that can't be true. But I would just warn the government on this. You may not be getting huge pushback from America at this moment in time. That's because they have a list as long as your arm of other priorities. But once they realise that we haven't even got this to give them anymore, then our value to America in that two-way relationship becomes considerably reduced. I genuinely fear that if this continues and the American administration wakes up to this, and I could quote 3 members of the cabinet who I've spoken to personally about this, I think our chances not just of avoiding tariffs but of moving on to a sectoral free trade deal will all but evaporate. The special relationship will be dangerously fractured if the government carries on with this, and I urge them, please, 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 do give the American administration a few weeks to think about this while they settle into office. And on the economics of it, just one quick point, if I may finish on this. In 2008, the Eurozone economy was exactly the same size as the American economy, exactly the same size. 16 years on, the American economy is now double the size of the Eurozone. And whilst we don't actually have to say America not Europe or Europe not America, the really important thing is we understand where the growth is. We understand where the investment will come from. And whatever new terms we seek with Brussels, and if it's just a good relationship, that's fine, we must not tie ourselves to an EU rule book that prohibits free trade with the USA. Economically, they are the future and the EU is the past. Thank you.
Chris.